Hello, it's me again, and it's in our installments of the King James Bible, and we will be reading in Genesis 27. It will cover over Jacob's deception, Isaac's blessing Jacob, and the stolen blessing. So let's just dive right in and get started. And it came to pass that Isaac was old, and his eyes were dim, so that he could not see. So he called Esther, his eldest son, and and said upon him, My son. He said upon him, Behold, here I am. And he said, Behold, now I am old. I do not know the day of my death. Now therefore take, I pray thee, thy weapons, thy quiver, and thy bow, and go out in the field, and take me some vision, and make me some sour meat, such as I love, and bring it to me, that I may eat it, and that my soul may be blessed thee before I die. And Rebekah heard when Isaac spake to Esau his son, and Esau went out into the fields to hunt for vision, I think that's deer, and to bring it back. And Rebekah spake upon Jacob his son, saying, Behold, I heard thy father speak upon Esau thy brother, saying, Bring me my vision, and he make me slaverous meat that I eat, and bless thee before the Lord before my death. Now, therefore, my son, obey my voice according to that which I command thee. Go now to the flock, and fetch me this 2 good kinds of goats. I will make them sour meat for thy father, such as he's loved, and thou shalt bring it to thy father, that he may eat, and that he may be blessed thee before his death. And Jacob said to Rebekah his mother, Behold, Esau my brother is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man. My father preventure will fill me, and I shall seen in him as a deceiver. Shall bring a curse upon me, and not a blessing. And his mother said upon him, Upon me be thy curse, my son. Only obey my voice, and go fetch them. And he went and fetched and brought them to his mother. And his mother made sour meat. And such the father loved. And Rebekah told Goody Ramath of his eldest son Esau, They went with her in the house, and put them upon Jacob her son. And she put skin upon the of the kinds of the goats upon his hands, upon the smooth of his neck, and gave sour meat and the bread which he has prepared in the hands of her son Jacob. And he came to her father, and my father and said, Here I am, art thou my son? And Jacob said upon the father, Esau the firstborn I shall die according as thou blast me. Arise, I pray thee, sit and eat of my vision. Thy soul bless me, and Isaac upon his son, which is thou hast so quickly, my son. And he said, Because the Lord thy God brought it to me. And Isaac said, Jacob, come here, I pray thee, I may fill thee, my son, where thou hast me, son Esau, or not. And Jacob went upon Isaac his father, and fell him, and said the voice of the Jacob's voice, but the hands of Esau, and he deceived him not, because his hands were hairy, and his brother Esau's hands so blessed him. And he said, Art thou made, son? And he said, I am. I bring it near me. I will eat my son's vision, and that the son may bless thee. And he brought it to him, and he did eat, and gave him wine, and he drank. And the father Isaac said upon him, Come here and kiss me, my son. He came and kissed, and he smelled the smell of rain meal, and blessed him. And he said, See, the smell of my son is the smell of the field which the Lord has blessed. Therefore, the God given thee the wall of the heaven, fathers of the earth, and plenty of the corn and wine. Let people serve thee, nations bow to thee, and the Lord brethren, and the Lord's mother son bow now to thee. Cursed be the one that cursed thee, and blessed be the one that blessed thee. And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac made the end of the blessing of Jacob, Jacob was yet scarred and gone out from the presence of Isaac his son. And Esau his brother came in from his hunting, and he had made sour meat, and brought it upon the father, and said to the father, Let my father rise and eat of the son's vision, and thy soul may bless me. And Isaac his father said upon, Who art thou? He said, I am the son, my firstborn Esau. And Isaac trembled with very exceedingly, and said, Who? Where is he that hath that taken vision and brought it to me? And I have eaten of all that camest, and blessed him. Ye hast be blessed. And thou heard the words of his father, and he cried greatly and excessively brilliantly cried, and said upon his father, Bless me, even me also of my father. And he said, Thy brother came with suddenly, and hath taken away thy blessing, and he is not be rightly named Jacob. For his supporting me these 2 times, he took away my birthright now, and he hath taken away my blessings. And he said, Hast thou reserved a blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said to Esau, Behold, I have made him thy Lord, and the brethren have I given him for servants with corn of wine, and I have sustained him. I shall do now upon thee, my son. Esau said upon his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even also, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. Esau has answered and said upon him, Behold, the dwelling of the farthest of the earth, and the dwelling of the heavens above. But the sword shall lie, and shall serve thy brother, and come to pass, when they shall have domain, that they shall break your yoke from off thy neck. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said to his heart, The days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then I shall slay my brother Jacob. And these words of Esau for his elder son were told to Rebekah, and she went and called Jacob her youngest son, and said, Behold, thy brother Esau has touched thee, thou hast comforted him, proposed to kill thee. Now therefore, my son, obey my voice and arise, flee to the lab, my brother, to Heret and Tara, with him a few days, until the brother turn away, until the brother's anger turn away from thee, and he forgive thou hast done to him. I will send thee, fetch thee from thence. Why should I derive also both in one day? And Rebekah said to Isaac, I shall wear of my life because of the daughters of hence. If Jacob take a wife of daughters of Heth, then they are the daughters of the land. What good shall be life me do? Well, this is this little episode of Genesis 27. Looks like Jacob wasn't too nice a guy, you know. He kind of deceived the dude, his brother, and stole his birthright and his blessings. I guess that was a big thing back then. Kind of makes you wonder. Well, please leave in the comments below. Maybe we learn something from the comments. So take care now.